Welcome back. All right, so final matinee game of today. Long day on Saturday. Now hockey gets started. Anyways, Skinner versus Johansson in this one. The Oilers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, two teams who need a win today, and they played like it. So Eyssimont has a shot after a whistle that goes in. So it was an offside play. I don't think you heard the whistle. Not really a big deal. Fans got excited. Then there's a mask save on Ekholm. Gagne has a shot that's held as the Oilers had the early edge. The shots are 3-0 in their favor, 3 minutes in. Eyssimont with a wrapper on that save. The Bolts, they draw a power play. During the power play, though, Edmonton scores shorthanded. It's Ryan from Nugent Hopkins at CC at 3:39. So he pushes that one 5-hole on a break. It's pretty early in the power play, too. So then the Bolts set up. Point tips one wide. Oilers clear it. They do kill it off. Teams then exchange rushes. Hyman has a one-timer. That's held as the Oilers press. There's more pressure by the Oilers at 7 minutes. Bouchard has a blast that's held. And then Hamblin gets his first NHL goal at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm putting it as buried on a rebound. That's what I put at the time. I think it was Tampa Bay trying to get it out. And so, yeah, either way, Hamblin is still showed as unassisted. And it's his first National Hockey League goal. Desharnais then had a fight with Watson, which didn't last that long. Oilers press for another. The fans are getting kind of restless here. They're down 2-0. McDavid has a rush. That draws a power play. There's a near miss for Draisaitl. They cycle. Nugent Hopkins is denied. There's more cycling. That power play is killed off. I did find this interesting, too, that Ryan scored from Nugent Hopkins. So it's Ryan from Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Anyways, just wanted to point that out. So, yeah, that's killed off. Bolts draw power play. Jeannot has a late chance that's saved. That's killed off. Good kill. So, power play's not effective as of yet. McDavid takes a high stick. The Oilers go back to the power play. They cycle. Paul clears it out. Nurse has a shot late in that one that's saved and held. That power play is killed off as well. But with 1:44 left, the Bolts get a power play and they score on it. At 19:09, Kucherov gets one in off Ekholm's skate. Stamkos and Point with the assists. It's suddenly 2-1. Draisaitl has a rush chance that's saved. But after the first period, the shots are 20-10 for Edmonton, and the score is 2-1. So a goal on 10 shots for each team. Or a goal on each 10 shots for each team. So second period, fans call one, the referee doesn't. The Oilers then get a power play instead, so that made him happy. They cycle. DeHaan clears it. There's a net feed to Kane. Near miss there. Kane fires one wide on a rush. That power play is killed off. Bolts press. They're kept to the outside. The Oilers had the only shot on net 4 minutes into the period. So quiet start after 30 shots in the first period. Much better checking and defense by both teams than in the first. No sustained pressure for either team in the first half of the period. Just really good, solid defense all around. Mott has a wraparound that saved the Oilers clear, and that's the thing. This game had a bunch of goals, but there was still some good defense at points. So Kucherov has a shot that's saved. Then there's a near miss for Ryan. The Bolts clear. Ceci flattens Hagel. Things get pushy and punchy, and as a result, instead of Tampa Bay getting the power play, it becomes 2 minutes of 4-on-4. During the 4-on-4, Kucherov buries one in close. It was a 2-on-1 rush. At 12:56, he gets that goal from Sergachev and Radish. So that gives Tampa Bay a 2-2 tie. It doesn't stay that way. At 15:55, Ryan with the second goal of the game. He scores from Foegele and Ekholm. It was a nice play by Ekholm to set up Foegele, and Foegele with the net drive, and then Ryan buries it. McDavid then has a rush chance. That was blocked by Chernak. Hagel returns to the ice at that point. He had exited after that hit from Ceci. Hyman then has a net drive that's defended, but after 2 periods of play, it is 3-2 for the Oilers. Third period, which coming into today wasn't great for Tampa, but today I think it was a little better. Early jump for the Oilers. Ekholm denies a point a chance on a turnover, so he doesn't get to the net there. Bolts press, the Oilers block, and they clear, but then at 3:54, a cross-ice pass and buried on a rush to tie it. It's Jeannot from Eyssimont and Sergachev. Nice play by Sergachev to get that set up. Watson then has a net feed that misses as the Bolts look for the lead. Perbix has a shot that's held as the Bolts press. The shots are 5-0 for Tampa Bay 6 minutes in. It doesn't stay that way, but you can see Tampa Bay knows how desperately they need this win today. Power play for the Oilers. It lasts 22 seconds before it becomes a 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 31 seconds. So Kucherov fires one high, and then on a rush that follows during the 4-on-4, Bouchard scores from Nugent Hopkins at 8:03. Kane then has a shot that's held, but there's that brief power play on the other side. Tampa Bay scores during that brief power play. It is Stamkos with 3 seconds left in said brief power play from Kucherov and Point at 9:27. I don't think that's the first time those three players have combined on a goal, and that makes it 4-4. It does not stay that way. At 10:07, Glendening gives Tampa Bay their first lead of the game from Koepke and Radish. Koepke was just called up by Tampa Bay, so he's on the board there. It was a nice tip in front by Glendening, who was with Dallas last year. Glad to see he's playing well for Tampa. Then there's a near miss for Hyman and a post for Ceci as the Oilers look to answer. Brown's denied on a breakaway. The rebound is then held by Johansson. Kane has a blast that's saved. The Bolts clear. Oilers press again with 6 minutes left. Tampa Bay, though, they block. They clear. 5:07 left. The Oilers get a power play. Austin Watson looked incredulous, but when you slash a player's stick that hard in this day and age, it's going to mean a penalty. So he wasn't happy. Bouchard has a shot that's saved. There's back-to-back clears. Then there's a shorthanded rush by Paul. He fires wide. The next clear is by Hedman. They do kill that off. So the Oilers' power play continues to not look as lethal as last season. Is it good? Yeah, overall it's been good this year, but is it great? No. So Kucherov has a rush chance. That's held. The goalie pull takes place with 1:50 left. The Bolts guilty of an icing with 1:13 left. This is when the Oilers call their timeout. And then at 19:05, Sergachev gets the empty netter from Paul. Paul wins the faceoff, and Sergachev from 195 feet away puts it right smack dab in the middle of the net. And so that rounds that out. 6-4 is the final. So Tampa Bay goes to 8-6-4 with the win. The Oilers lose for the first time in 4 games. I believe it's 4 games, right? They had the 3-game winning streak coming in. They are now 5-10-1 on the season. Interestingly enough, looking at the shots, 20-10 Edmonton in the first, 8-3 Edmonton in the second, 15-11 Edmonton in the third. They outshoot Tampa Bay 43-24. They are now 0-5-1 in games where they have 40 or more shots. I can't figure it out either. Power plays, if anybody does, they're the next coach, I guess. I don't know. At any rate, power play, 0-5 for Edmonton, 2-4 for Tampa. That's your difference maker. Although the Oilers did have the shorthanded goal as well. Hits 21-14 Tampa Bay. Skinner saves 18 out of 23. And at the other end, Johansson had a decent day. 39 saves on 43 shots. So again, this was a game that was winnable for the Oilers. They had the lead going into the third period against a Tampa Bay team that struggled in third periods. And they managed to grab a loss from the jaws of victory. And again, 0-5-1 with 40 or more shots. Plus, I did check on Money Puck. I didn't put it on the board. I do like to check this now and then. They have the deserve to win-o-meter, so you measure high danger chances and everything else that goes on in a game, and it tells you who's most likely to win, who deserves to win. And in this case, it was the Oilers, somewhere around 65%. So moral victories aren't a thing. I don't know what you do if you're Edmonton coming out of this, other than have to shrug it off and move along, because the season is relentless. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Of course, the other 9 games tonight will be in one video. Nice and convenient and all that. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because then my feelings get hurt. But hey, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.